What's up, fight fans? This is Kirk DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oleksandr Usyk, Mr. Undisputed himself. It is, thank you, Oleksandr Usyk, for eviscerating the Bridgerweight concept. The Bridgerweight division. Let's see, how do you say this? I want to get this right. Hold on, let's see. I know somebody. It's eviscerate.
Eviscerate.
Yeah, okay. Eviscerate. All right. For eviscerating the Bridgerweight concept. Okay, the Bridgerweight division limit is 224 pounds. The undisputed heavyweight champion of the world weighed in at 223.5 pounds. Okay, and we need to split heavyweight into two weight classes. Why exactly? Boxing owes Usyk many debts of gratitude these days, starting with his humbling of Tyson Fury. Assuming humility is a quality Fury is capable of possessing, and to that list of things for which we should be thankful, Usyk now added this. He has been demonstrated definitely that there is no practical purpose for a 18th weight class, one residing between heavyweight and cruiserweight. The alphabet groups frequently introduce atrocious ideas that drive fans away, but rarely do we get such a conclusive illustration of how misguided their proposals and pronouncements are. The subdivision of heavyweight is the idea that had been around for decades, with someone periodically popping up to suggest that modern heavyweights have gotten too large and it's unfair to smaller heavyweights, so we need a super heavyweight class for the biggest of men and someone else for the smallest of them. To all those who have suggested the idea without trying to siphon sanctioning fees, I say your hearts are in the right place, okay? And Usyk earned only the narrowest of victory over Fury, but along the way, he demonstrated precisely why 223 pounds is fine weight to which to tangle with someone that is 262 pounds. You have to know how to stay out of extended clinches. You have to understand how to change levels, and you have to be willing to be able to take some hurtful punches, but it can be done. And let me stop right there because this is pretty long. You get the gist. And this is actually by Eric Raskin. So shout out to Eric Raskin for Boxing Scene, for making this point known. Okay. And I supposed to did this a couple days ago, but I'm at it now. See, Mr. Mauricio Suleiman came with this idea. And a lot of people think he came with this idea based on the fact that that's not fair for the Bridgerweight champion. This the opportunity for smaller heavyweights to triumph over the big guys because it's not fair to the smaller men. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think this is what I honestly believe. I think Mauricio Suleiman only made an 18 or attempted to make an 18 weight class like that simply because he wanted another stream of revenue. See, if you have a whole different weight class, sure, people can make that weight, but understand it's going to be like another cruise, like basically a bigger cruiserweight. That's basically what they're going to do. But, heavyweight started anything over 205? So why would you make another one? That's easy to get more money. More money means more opportunity, means more revenue, means more possibilities for revenue. Because you're a champion at 223. Now you're splitting it in two. You're splitting the heavyweight division in two. So why would I just get paid for one division when I can get paid for two divisions? That's what he was thinking. I don't think it has anything to do with anything because you got guys that are smaller like Mike Tyson, David Tua. When he started out, he wasn't 240, 250. I mean, he got that way. He got about 6 feet wide. You know what I mean? But all in all, he wasn't a big heavyweight. Chris Bird wasn't a big heavyweight. You know what I mean? It just the exception of guys that were that height, like Lewis, the Klitschko's, Riddick Bowe. The Klitschko's were around for a long time. Then came Tyson Fury, then Wilder, then, Joshua, and these guys are huge. And then, they stayed around that range. And I think, Mauricio thought of a brilliant idea to get sanctioning fees from those guys by, hey, you guys stay where you're at. I'm going to make a whole new division for smaller guys. So let's ask Usyk. Let's ask Wilder, since he's thin. He can make the weight. Let's ask guys like Oscar Rivas. Let's ask him. You know what I mean? Guys like that can make that type of weight, and let's, let them fight. And I mean, for a while he done this, but Usyk proved that because you're 223 pounds don't mean you have no business being in there with somebody with 262. It's just the heavyweight division is the heavyweight division. It's the hardest division. It's the most dangerous division. Why? Because one punch can change everything. One punch can put out your lights. Sure, smaller guys can move faster, and they're moving well because they're smaller. They have the athleticism. They have the movement because of their size. Well, if you're a small heavyweight, you have those same attributes. Like Usyk is, like he showed us last Saturday night, okay? That he is a guy that can use his size to make a difference in a fight, just like he did. So it wasn't easy for Tyson Fury to fight a guy like that because he constantly moved. He did what he's supposed to, and if Usyk was bigger and taller and lankier like Wilder, maybe he wouldn't have had those attributes. He'd be oblong and awkward because he couldn't move like he should, or he could move if he was smaller. So just because you're smaller doesn't mean anything, but it doesn't mean it's an opportunity for someone that's an opportunist to chop down the heavyweight division into two, calling it a Bridgerweight to get sanctioning fees and make another belt to pay sanctioning fees through that belt. So he's another example that show like, no, what the hell do we need a Bridgerweight division for when we got guys that are 223 pounds like Oleksandr Usyk chopping down big dudes that are 260 plus pounds like Tyson Fury? There's no need for it. I never thought it was a good idea. I thought it was based on greed. You guys tell me what you think about this article about Oleksandr Usyk proving the greedy people wrong with the opportunity that there should be a second weight class in the heavyweight division. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!